Hello, hello. So today let's talk about three gentle movements to reset your nervous system and ease your spinal and nerve pain, and that too fast. So ease your pain fast. Now, as an executive mom, you're always juggling, constantly juggling your work responsibilities, parenting, and that never-ending mental load of keeping everything running smoothly, right? So that stress adds up, not just mentally, but physically too. Now, when your nervous system is in a constant state of overdrive, that go, go, go state, your body responds with muscle tension, chronic pain, and tiredness or exhaustion. Now, if you've tried stretching or pain relief techniques that don't seem to last for very long, the missing piece might be calming your nervous system down first. Now, in today's video, we are going to discuss three easy tips to calm down your nervous system. They are easy, you can implement them starting right now and today. All right, so before we get into the topic for today, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is back and neck, and nerve pain despite low energy levels and brain fog or lack of focus or mommy brain, as it is sometimes called. And I do this, I have. Quite a few tools in my skill sets, tool set to help you, but most the ones that I use commonly are easy exercises, some lifestyle changes, or tips and tricks that have helped me in my own pain and adrenal fatigue journey. Now, those of you who know adrenal fatigue know it's a very vast term. However, the main symptoms that I had were low energy levels and lack of focus, or not being able to focus or concentrate, jumping from one task to another, or your brain just doesn't work. All right. So when this is the situation, it is very, very difficult, not impossible, but very, very difficult to manage your aches and pains. So I have been there, done that. I understand how you feel right now, and I'm here to help you with this. All right. So I'm not going to take away more of your time with this because, hey, we're moms, we're busy people, right? So let's get back into the topic for today, which is three gentle movements to reset your nervous system and ease your spinal and nerve pain fast. Now, why are we talking about the nervous system? Now, this is something that I learned along the way, as I said, through my pain and adrenal fatigue journey. I used to always look at the physical side of pain for myself, for my clients, because I've been working with pain for decades now. Working to help others with pain for decades. But it was only in the last couple of years that I actually started to look at the emotional side of pain, the nervous system. So let's get into that. So what happens is when your nervous system uh, okay, not getting too sciencey, but think of it as two different things that a nervous system can do. It can either stay in a relaxed and like a relaxed state where everything's running smoothly, you're enjoying your life, you're doing what you need to do, your daily responsibilities, etc. The other side of the spectrum is your survival mode, where your body's always like stressed on that go, 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 that rush of adrenaline, and then you're always so stressed. Now, back when we were cavemen, right? Back in the ancient days, usually if you're peeping out of your cave, if you come out of, you're not in that circle of people around you, you might get eaten by a lion, you might get chased by a dinosaur. I know dinosaurs didn't live in the same age as people, but you get the point. So basically, you are always in that overdrive, you're always stressed. Now, when you are in that stressed state, your body is always trying to focus on getting out of that stress or getting away from the stress. So, for example, if you're walking, you see a snake, obviously, digestion is the last thing on your mind. Healing or pain is the last thing on your mind. You just want to get away from that dangerous situation. So, similarly, if your body is always in that survival mode, your body will not be able to go back and do the healing mechanism that it does so beautifully if you are in that relaxed state, which is on the other end of the spectrum. So, now what happens is we are going to talk about three gentle movements to reset your nervous system. And what happens by resetting your nervous system is your body is able to go back, relax, and go back into the healing. The healing mechanisms kick off. Well, it is firing on all engines, is what you can say. The healing mechanism happens very, very minimally when you're in that survival state. But when you're all relaxed and you are in that happy state, the healing mechanism kicks in, obviously that will help to heal the areas of pain. So their pain goes down. So that gives you pain relief, right? Now, by incorporating intentional, gentle movements into your daily schedule, you can shift your body from that stress response to a state of relaxation. That will also, yeah, apart from pain, it will also increase your mobility. Now, basically, when you're in that relaxed state, your parasympathetic nervous system, there are two kinds, sympathetic and parasympathetic. So parasympathetic nervous system gets activated, lowers your cortisol, that is your stress hormone, improves your circulation, releases your muscle tension. Now, how can you engage the parasympathetic nervous system? The very two very basic things is your breath and your movement. Okay, I know nowadays everybody's talking about it. It's become a cliche, but hear me out on this one. So, if you are one of those who feels like you're always stressed and your pain just doesn't go down, this may be the missing piece for you, right? So, the very first one that actually I have five of these, but I'm going to talk about three on the video, and the other two I'm going to leave it in the blog that I have written on this topic. I'll just read out the name of the blog. It's 5 easy movements to calm an overactive nervous system and reduce spinal and nerve pain. So, yeah, so let's talk about the very first one. And this is my favorite. So when I come back at the end of the long day, I usually do this. So that is leg up the wall pose for full body relaxation. It sounds really simple. And believe me, it doesn't have to be complicated to work. Whatever I have followed, I have done complicated stuff as well, but whatever I talk about is simple so that you can incorporate it into your busy routine. So if you have time for just that one movement, this is it, right? So elevating your legs up the wall, so you're lying down on your back and your feet are up on the wall. So usually you can do it on the floor on a yoga mat or a carpet. I usually do it on my bed. So elevating your legs signals your nervous system to shift into a restorative state, and because it also promotes that relaxation. So you lie down on your back, extend your legs up against a wall. You can even do it on a couch or a couple of pillows. I find the wall to be most effective for me. You see what works for you. Relax your arms by the side, and if you want, close your eyes and just do like that. Do a couple of deep breaths. And if you can spend more time, but at least spend 2 to 5 minutes in that position. If you have back pain and putting your legs up the wall gives you back pain, please bend your knees so your feet are flat on the wall. Okay, so it's not your heels that are touching the wall, but your feet are flat on the wall, your knees are bent. If you bend your knees, your back, the curve of your back gets supported, and that will prevent back pain. All right. So the other one that I want to tell you is something you can do sitting right now while you're listening to me is the spinal wave movement, for especially for mid back relief, but it helps with the relaxation as well. Now when you are sitting at your desk, you might have this slouch posture, or you might feel the stress building up around your shoulders and upper back area, especially that mid back between the shoulder blades, for due to that long sitting at the desk. Now what you can do is, this is called a spinal wave. So you can either sit or stand. You gently round your back forwards, and you see how my chin goes forward as well. So this is a position I tell you not to get into, but get into this position. So you're basically all flexed in your bent in your mid back, upper back, and your neck is down here. And then you take a deep breath and you open up. So just look at this and then I'll explain it to you. And then you can cross your arms if you want, or you can just drop them on the desk and do this a couple of times. Now, what happens is when you open up the chest, you can do the arms, or if you think it's too awkward in the office, you can just do this. Okay, so when you open up the arms and you open up the chest and you take that long deep breath in, that signals your parasympathetic system to get active. So basically you feel that relaxation. So you can even do like with your neck, you can, suppose I cross my arms here, I can do this, put my chin to my chest. But if you have problems like disc issues or stenosis or what, any other pathology in your neck, and you get dizzy with this, don't do this. You can just put your neck in a neutral position. Just bend your chin down if possible. So I'll show you the full version. So you're here. So you are breathing out. Breathe in. And you see how my head goes up So your head also goes up and your arms are wide, your chest is open, and as you breathe in, you come back to this position. So you repeat this about 8 to 10 times. If not possible, just repeat it 2 to 3 times, 5 times, whatever is possible for you. Okay. Now, another one that you can do that is in standing. So I'm just going to explain it to you. I'm not going to show you here. But the simple movement is called a forward fold. So you stand with your feet hip width apart. So as wide as your hips are, your feet are that wide. You bend forwards again. If you have back issues, especially disc problems, don't do this one. But and there are a couple more that you can do. So there are alternatives you can do. Check out that blog. I will leave a link in the description of the video. Oh yeah, if you're watching me on Instagram, the link to that blog is in my bio. If you can't find it on any of the places, or really you can't be bothered to look for it, message me, I'll send it to you, or drop a comment in the below this video and I'll send it across to you. So the third one, sorry, I was saying, is you're standing with your feet hip width apart. You hinge at your hips. Basically, you bend down like you're going to touch your toes, and then you let your body hang forwards. Okay, so you can rest your arms on a chair, or you can put them down on your legs if needed, and then do a couple of deep breaths in this position. So you can close your eyes and you can do 4 or 5 deep breaths, and then you can stand back up. Make sure you don't aggravate any existing back pains, or if you have disc issues, sorry, not desk, disc issues, please don't do this exercise. It's not recommended. All right. So I hope that gives you a bit of insight as to how you can get your nervous system to calm down or get into a state of relaxation without actually requiring a lot of extra time. So you just need that consistency. You don't need extra time to do these. And once they become a part of your daily routine, of course, your body gets trained and it will automatically go to these when you're stressed. Now, if another thing that I mentioned earlier is, one is your breathing and one is your movement. Now, most of us, when we're sitting at our desk, and of course at home when you have all your mommy duties, you might feel the need for movement but don't have that extra time to go to the gym or anything. So I thought of also giving you a free guide on desk based exercises. They don't take up a lot of time, just 2 to 3 minutes. You can stretch them for longer, of course, but they, if you go through the whole sequence from your neck right down to your toes, so I show you in a video guide. It's free. I will leave a link to that video guide in the, again, in that blog, and the link to the blog is in the description of this video. So that link, that, sorry, not link, that video guide takes you through exercises from your neck down to your toes, so you can have a look at that. It's quite a useful one. Many people have liked it. So yeah. So if I have used any words or terminologies here that you don't understand, want me to explain more about, please let me know. If you have any questions, any comments, any specific topics to do with headaches, nerve pain, sciatica, neck pain, back pain, anything that I usually talk about, if I have the information on it, I will try and address that for you. So do drop your questions below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.